Ever notice how an event can look like magic right before the doors open? Behind that shiny curtain, vendors are usually moving like they lost a bet with time itself. You see a neat flower wall, and someone else sees 50 zip ties, 3 extension cords, and a prayer. The trick is that setup stress gets smaller when we treat the job like a puzzle instead of a panic party. First, good vendors plan early, because guessing at the last minute is how chaos gets a standing ovation. We check the schedule, map the space, and list everything we need so nothing shows up late like a distracted movie villain. You might think the biggest stress is the work, but it is often the waiting. If the truck is late or the venue door is locked, a calm vendor already has a backup plan instead of a meltdown soundtrack. That is why smart teams pack extras, label boxes, and make neat lists that even a tired brain can read. It sounds simple because it is simple, and simple is very powerful when your hands are full and your coffee is gone. We also talk before the event, which is less glamorous than sparkles but way more useful. A short chat with the client and venue can save you from walking into a room that has no power, no loading path, and no mercy. Some people think setup stress means you are bad at the job, but that is not fair. Stress usually means you care, and caring is fine as long as you keep your feet moving and your brain thinking. A lot of vendors use timelines like tiny rescue boats. If one task slips, the whole day does not sink, because the team already knows what must happen first and what can wait a minute. That is also why tools matter more than vibes, even though vibes do try to act important. Tape, carts, chargers, scissors, and backup batteries are the unglamorous heroes, like the side characters who save the whole superhero movie. When people work together, setup gets lighter fast. One person reads the list, one person checks the gear, and one person watches the clock, which is basically a low-budget heist team with better manners. We also learn to expect problems without acting dramatic about it. If a sign is crooked or a table is missing, you fix it, breathe, and keep going instead of turning into the final boss of stress. That mindset comes from experience, but it also comes from practice. The more events you do, the more you notice patterns, like which venues are smooth, which loading docks are sneaky, and which bolts seem to vanish into another dimension. History shows this in a funny way, because events have always depended on people who plan the invisible parts. Long before modern gear and fancy screens, someone still had to make sure the chairs, food, and timing all behaved. The community side matters too, because vendors share tips like trading cards. One florist learns a better cooler trick, one caterer learns a faster route, and everyone benefits when knowledge moves around instead of hiding under a table. So the real secret is not that vendors never feel stress, but that they prepare for it. We reduce surprises, keep backup plans ready, and make the day feel less like a fire drill and more like a well-rehearsed dance with a few goofy steps. If you want more practical tips, do you want to learn more about our company? Check out our links in the description.